Lahore is situated only 30 kilometres from Pakistan's border with India at Wagah. Even if you're not planning on leaving, you should make your way here at least once to witness an amazing ceremony that takes place each day. Pakistan's most handsome and tallest military men are selected for this prestigious post.
Pakistan is a proud nation, and one of the ways you can see this more than any is the daily flag lowering ceremony on the Indian-Pakistani border. You have Indians on one side and Pakistanis on this side, and they scream and they shout and they go crazy and try to outdo each other every day. It's one of the greatest spectacles you will ever see when you're in Lahore.
Hundreds of people from neighboring towns and from throughout the country converge at the crossing and cram into the bleachers. What follows is a cacophony of singing, chanting, and flag waving on both sides of the fence. It's all undertaken in a spirit of fun and camaraderie. As the sun sinks lower, the noise rises to fever pitch. Then the marching soldiers arrive to thunderous applause. In a choreographed routine, the soldiers march up to the gate as the crowd shout for more. The spectacle continues on both sides of the border until it's almost dark. The gates are now open, and the ceremony is about to reach its peak.
You see that where this checkpost is established, the villagers and the natives of around which live, their neighbors, their relatives, they do come on the other side, and they also wave their hand, and in this way they also see them, and it is no doubt it's very emotional.
I am very happy to see the generation Muslims and Hindus at one point, and it is our message for every country, only love.
A trumpet signals the lowering of each nation's flag. That's followed by a quick handshake as both Pakistani and Indian soldiers reach out in friendly rivalry. Then it's back to business and the gates are closed again until tomorrow. With memories to last a lifetime, we bid farewell to Lahore and travelled north to one of the youngest cities in the world, the Pakistani capital of Islamabad. The modern motorway took us through some of the most pleasant river valleys to be found in this region. As you journey from Lahore to Islamabad, the flat rural countryside is crossed by the Salt Range, which you can see right behind me there. Now those mountains are rich with minerals, and within them you'll find one of the world's largest salt mines.
The Kara salt mines are a must-see for anybody visiting this part of the world. It is the second largest salt mine in the world and pays host to thousands of visitors every year. The journey begins with a train ride deep into the heart of the mountain. A track leads to a massive cavern where the world's only mosque made entirely of salt awaits. The mosque is made from a rainbow of translucent salt bricks, illuminated with glowing lights inside them. In this assembly hall can also be found a parapet made completely of salt bricks, where devoted Muslims often come to give prayers. But long before Islam found its way into these mines, they were discovered by the famed Greek conqueror, Alexander the Great. Legend has it, these mines were originally discovered by Alexander the Great's horse some 2,300 years ago, when Alexander caught him licking some of the stones up on the surface. The British started mining about 130 years ago, and today almost 400,000 tons are taken out every year. Before the British, salt was taken out of exposed seams in the rock on the surface. Today there are 17 levels in the Kara salt mines. Under a scientific mining system that was established in 1872, roughly 50% of the underground salt area is mined and sent to the surface, while the other 50% is left as natural pillars to support the mine. The natural salt pillars make it one of the safest and sturdy mines in the world.
What you see here is a wall of pure salt. The mine supervisor, Adalat, here has told me that there are around 1,000 salt cutters working here every day on 17 levels at a constant temperature of 18 degrees Celsius. And there's enough salt in these mountains to last for 50,000 years.
If it's good enough for Alexander's horse, it's good enough for me. That's salt, all right. 50,000 years worth.
Salt. Gypsum. Yes, tube, gypsum.
In some places, the salt deposits sparkle like diamonds, but these rocks, unfortunately, dissolve in water.
The salty air inside the mine has also been proven by scientists to help cure a common affliction suffered by people all over the planet. Spending a prolonged period inside the mine has been known to help alleviate the symptoms experienced by people suffering from allergic asthma. While selected rock salt is ground down and used on food, much of the salt quarried here is used in Pakistan's chemical and tanning industries. The mine's uses as a tourist attraction and valuable source of industrial salt has bode well for the local community up on the surface. In the quaint villages that surround Kira can be found shops selling a wide range of salty gifts. Lamps and statues made entirely from salt make interesting and inexpensive gifts to take away with you.
Leaving Kera behind, we climbed the winding road that leads through the Salt Range Mountains. From here, we looked back on our day and pondered the next beneath a Pakistan sunset.